Welcome back. Like I mentioned earlier, there's of course a lot happening in the coastal town of Swakopmund. Not only in Swakopmund, but of course also in the town of Walvis as well. So happening on the 19th of November is Namibia hosting the sub-regional World Children's Day that will be taking place at Walvis, like I mentioned. And this is going to be held under the theme Renewing Our Promise for Children's Rights. Heads of state from Namibia, Botswana, Zambia and Zimbabwe are expected to grace this event to build up the regional engagement between Botswana that was in 2021 and in Zambia 2022. So respectively, there was a commitment made by the heads of state to do networking, which also serves as a platform where issues of mutual concerns are going to be discussed. So now to develop and also help us understand this whole significance of this event, and of course what is expected to take place, is the UNICEF country representative, Mr. Samuel Ocran, also just here joining us to talk to us about this build-up. Very good morning to you, Mr. Ocran. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning. It's just a privilege to be here to talk to your audience.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's going to be one of the very interesting events that we're looking forward to on Sunday, the 19th of November. Perhaps can you share with us the significance of World Children's Day and how commemorations in Namibia, tie with a global commitment to children's rights? Okay,
so, the World Children's Day is an event which is celebrated globally. Yeah. All across the world, countries celebrate this important event. And it is important because, children are the future of every country. And therefore, the rights that the international community accepted in the Convention on the Right of the Child need to be upheld. Those were promises that countries made to children. And it's important that these are upheld. So this event is a reminder to everybody, both government, private sector, individuals, parents, of the rights that every child is supposed to have. And this right varies. Every child is supposed to be given the enabling environment to be able to achieve their full potential. And these are not always given to children. We have a number of children who don't go to school. We have a number of children who don't have access to health. Or we have a number of children who are not protected. And therefore, it's important that all of us are reminded of these rights that every child is supposed to have.
Yeah. What are the challenges commonly faced when addressing rights of children not only in the world, but let's maybe focus on in UNICEF at the region kind of perspective? What are the challenges faced there, and how can we contribute to overcoming those challenges?
Well, the challenges are numerous. There are so many of them. But for example, the first thing is for us to recognize that children have rights, and those rights need to be upheld. And also to make sure that everybody knows these rights. Sometimes it's not always the case. For example, if you take what is happening right now globally, we see a lot of rights of children being abused. And we see it on TV, and sometimes it's very disheartening. We had the WHO, the head of the WHO, told the Security Council that in every 10 minutes a child dies in the conflict in the Middle East. Yeah. So basically, this obviously means that we have challenges. I mean, conflict is one of them. It doesn't allow. And also sometimes because people are not aware, they don't follow. But when you come down, for example, like if you take Namibia, for example, violence is very high. Violence against children, and also sometimes because of multidimensional poverty. If you take Namibia, for example, because we have income disparities here, a lot of children are unable to have access to the right they need because the parents do not have the means. And since the means are not there, we are unable to meet that. But one thing I want to say is that the government of Namibia is doing very well, because if you take the social sector, For example, the budget, we have 51% or more of the budget allocated to social sectors, which is very good because that then enables services to be made available to children.
Very well. And given this year's theme, renewing our promise for children's rights, can you maybe break down what this theme means, and specifically aligning to UNICEF's objectives?
Okay, so when we say renewing our promise to children, we're coming from the Convention on the Right of the Child. First of all, promises to children. Yeah. So it is important for us to continually remind ourselves of that promise and also to renew. Now, if you come to the regional event, this event is among 4 countries. We have Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Namibia. Now, what happens is this event started in 2021 in Botswana, and then there was another one last year in Zambia. Now, so it is important for us to take stock of where we're coming from and to be able to assess where we are now, and then also to look forward. Now, looking forward means we need to renew the promises that we made to children in a way that we can then hold also the duty bearers and everybody also accountable to these rights.
Very well. Like you mentioned, this is going to be, these are 4 countries involved in making sure that this goal is achieved in trying to renew the promise for the children's rights. How are the countries working together, and how important is it for the countries such as Namibia, Botswana, Zambia, and Zimbabwe to work together in trying to achieve this objective? Okay,
so I mean, first of all, the fact that we have this event, this is a 3rd time, means they are. And the World Children's Day is also an event to bring the international community to tell children, right? So the children are not just looking at themselves, but they're looking at children. And for your information, the children have been engaging each other using digital platform. We have the U Report, which is a platform that allows children to engage among themselves. And they have been discussing this for the last 6 months. So they are online, and social media now, especially with children. So they've been online discussing and looking at things common to them and also things globally that affect them, like climate change, violence against children, gender-based violence, access to education, disability, and many other things that affect children. Yesterday, I was looking at some of the things they are discussing. They are discussing even the conflict in other places where they see children dying and children suffering. Yeah. So this is the whole thing. So the event is supposed not just to bring these 4 countries together, but also to show solidarity to other children worldwide who may not be getting the right they are getting here. So this gives them the opportunity for them to raise their voices, to talk about issues that children faces, not just in Namibia, Botswana, Zambia, or Zimbabwe, but also globally, like climate change, for example.
Very well. Looking at the event that's coming to, of course, take place on the 19th on Sunday, what can we expect for the rest of the event?
Okay, so the main event is on the 19th, where the 4 presidents will be there. And that will give the president the opportunity to give us the status of the promises they made previously, where we are, what they've done so far, and also an opportunity for children to bring other issues affecting them to their heads of state. Now, so that will be on the main event. But we have a series of events leading to that. For example, this evening we're welcoming the children, which will be hosted by the mayor of Walvis Bay. And that will give the children opportunity to also experience Namibia, the culture, the food. And also we have Yvonne Chaka Chaka will be there to grace the occasion. So Yvonne will be singing with the Sunshine Center as well. And then tomorrow, which is Saturday, the 18th, the children will have a march through the principal streets of Walvis Bay And they will carry messages that everybody will see on placards. And these messages are things they've been discussing among themselves online.
Thank you.
And then from there, they will go to the sports center where they will have discussions face-to-face, because they've been having this, but they will have face-to-face discussions about issues, the issues on health, education, violence, and other disability, etc. And then from there, the next day, we'll take them. We'll also feel that since they are here, they should experience Namibia outside the confines of four walls. So they'll go to the dunes to also have an outdoor activity before the evening we meet the heads of state. So this is what is planned.
Very well. Quite an eventful World Children's Day it will be, I think, for you and, of course, all the children that are invited. And, of course, those are also going to be here in Namibia. Thank you so much, Mr. Samuel Ocran, for making the time to talk to us, and wish you all the best for the celebrations.
Thank you for having me, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Great. I was in conversation with Mr. Samuel Ocran, the country representative of UNICEF, just talking to us about the celebrations and, of course, the significance of World Children's Day that is expected to be held in the coastal town of Walvis Bay. So right now, of course, it's going to be a lot. All the heads of state from, that is Zambia, Botswana, Zimbabwe is also expected to be here to, of course, go and grace this event. We can watch the broadcast live on Sunday from the 1800 hours. And, of course, if you can't, you can download the NBC app to watch the live broadcast on that platform as well. So that also wraps up things here from Swakopmund. Right now, it's back to you guys in Windhoek.
Thank you, John, definitely for keeping us tuned in terms of those preparations of the World Children's celebrations. The sub-regional celebrations are taking place in Namibia, and the main festivities are slated. That is for Sunday, the 19th of November, 2023, and NBC